Hi, welcome to Komodo Art Soaps. Don't you hate it when you're working on a beautiful soap project and then it turns out brown or weird looking or soupy or it accelerates on you or it rices, and it's so frustrating because you had this beautiful design plan and the fragrance had to go and ruin it all. Well, here's a quick tip for you to help prevent that from happening. Hi everyone, I'm down here working in my soap shop labeling my fragrance oils because I just got a new order in, and I thought I would quickly show you how I like to label my fragrance oils. Now, they are labeled. They will tell you the name of the fragrance oil. They will tell you where they're from and the weight, all that good stuff. But in the small print, which you won't be able to read because it's so small, it says, see website for IFRA certified usage percentages. That's the safe rate that you can use your product in whatever you are making. Now, all of us soapers wish that they would just put it right on the bottle, but they don't. A lot of that is due to cost, but also people use fragrances in so many things other than soap, and it's just not effective for them to put it on every bottle. So unfortunately, we soapers have the added burden of going to the website every time we need to find out information on our fragrances. So what I like to do is I like to just get it all done in one go. So I come down here and I have my cell phone and my Sharpie marker and my fragrance, and I start looking them up to put down the important information. So let me give you an example here. This one is Nature's Garden Cracklin' Birch. I like to list whether it has phthalates or not. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. That is just for ease of my listings when listing my soaps for sale. If it has phthalates, I like to make it known. The usage rate is 5.7 with this one. I typically never go over 5%, no matter how high the usage rate is. You can always go lower than the usage rate. You can't go over it. But this is specifically for soap. If I made other products, I would label soap use, or I would list the category. For soap, it's category 9. I list the vanillin percentage. I will list if it discolors, and then I will list any behavior issues. If there's no behavior issues, I'll just put okay. So let me give you an example of how I've done this on other fragrances. Phthalate free, the use is 6.9%, vanillin 0%. I just have an okay. That means no discoloration, no acceleration, no ricing. With this one, I did start listing whether there was a California stipulation if I was selling to California. Now, with these, you'll see this one is Nature's Garden Pikaki. I don't know if I'm saying that right either, or otherwise known as Hawaiian Jasmine. It's not safe past 2%, so I can't use very much of this when I'm using it in soap. But I read through the reviews and it said that it is strong enough, and so far I've really liked it. It does accelerate, but there is no discoloration. On this one, it's 0.2% vanillin. It does accelerate and it's light tan. But vanillin doesn't always equal discoloration. So for instance, Nature's Garden, The Perfect Man. You can use this up to 25%. There is no way I would ever use 25% in my soap because it would make my soap soupy and weird. Soap can usually structurally hold maximum up to, I would say, 7% of fragrance oil, but to be safe, I always stick with 5% or less. There is 0 vanillin in this one, but notice it discolors to lavender. So there's something else in this fragrance oil that causes the chemical reaction of soap to discolor to a slightly grayish purple color. So I write that on there because sometimes people look at the 0 vanillin and they think, oh, I can put this in anything. But no, it will discolor to lavender. You'll see I forgot to write the behavior properties, but other than the discoloration, this won't give me any problems, and there's no California warnings to worry about. So how do I do this? What I do is I grab one of my unmarked bottles. I'll take my phone and my handy Sharpie marker. You want a good Sharpie marker, preferably something oil-based. On my phone, let me show you, I will use my Google search, and I will just use the voice because I'm lazy and I don't want to be typing things. So I will just go to voice search and say, Nature's Garden Rosemary Mint Type Fragrance Oil. It lets it do the searching. Okay, so if I go down, now I really like Nature's Garden because they tend to give you the most information up front, and I really, really appreciate that. They have started making you go to the IFRA sheets. A lot of soap companies are forcing you to go look at the IFRA sheets instead of just giving you the percentages themselves, and I think that's to put more responsibility on the user so that you are actually looking at the actual documentation and not a website summary where they might make a mistake and put the wrong number. So if you're reading here, let's see. So every website is different. Some are more difficult to find the information. On this one here, if I go down, okay, so in this section, it lists phthalates. It says phthalate free, yes. So then I would mark mine with my little shortcuts and say it's free. So I don't have to worry about listing anything on my listing. There is no California warnings, so I'll put California, none. And then vanillin content is 0%. And let's see if there's anything else here. So then Nature's Garden is really great. They put in the usage notes. Under cold processed soap, it says perfect pour, no acceleration, no ricing, no separation, no discoloration, strong scent retention. So I would put okay and even strong scent. Just to say this might be one where I don't feel like using the max amount of the fragrance oil if I'm trying to make a more gently scented soap. But then you need to go down to the bottom where it says fragrance oil IFRA certificate. And you're going to scroll through and you're going to find category 9. Category 9 is soap. And it says 30%. So for use, I will mark 30%. And now I know that I can use up to 30%, although I'm not. I'm just going to use 5, but at least I don't have to worry about it. Underneath the category percentages, you'll find the definitions of those categories. So category 9 is bar soap, bath gels, foam, mousses, salts, oils, and other products added to bath water, body washers, conditioners. So it's a lot of your bathtub shower use stuff. And that's how easy it is to label it. Now, it takes a little time. I put on some music or a movie and I sit down here and I mark all my bottles. And that might seem kind of tedious, but then when I go to make a soap, I can just look at my bottles and get almost all the information I need. And when I'm making a listing, I can quickly grab this for information. And it just makes my soaping life that much easier. So I hope you've all enjoyed this quick little tutorial on marking soap fragrance bottles. And happy soaping!